Hello everyone, my name is Catherine and I've been part of the Simply Wigs community for about 5 years now, when I first started experiencing permanent wig loss. And I'm so grateful actually that I found Simply Wigs right at the beginning of my journey with coping with losing my hair, because they have just been so fab and so brilliant. And what could have potentially for me been a very traumatic time, they made it relaxing and, more importantly, fun. To be honest, I had very bad bio hair, very fine, very frizzy, and basically just had to have the same hairstyle most of my life. So I've got to tell you, I've been a bit mad. I've gone a bit mad in the last 5 years, and I think I've probably bought well over 30 wigs now. Shh, don't tell my husband. I don't think he realises it's that many. And yeah, I'm probably a bit of a wigaholic now. You should probably send help. But I just love it. I can't get over the joy that you can mix your hair up every day and you don't have to worry about committing to a particular colour or a style. So I've gone for all sorts of colours, all sorts of styles across the brands and across the price points, and I've been having a pretty good time. So when the lovely Jodie from Simply Wigs headquarters emailed and said, would I do a vlog review of the disc, which is what I'm wearing now, by Ellen Wille in Platin Blonde, I said sure, I'd love to, because I love this baby. And it's probably my new favourite. I am fickle, but it's a wig I wanted to order for a very long time, but I kind of felt a bit overwhelmed by the model's photo that the brand send out. She, of course, is young, she's beautiful, she's very trendy. They've got her in this smoky eye, and I'm like, I'm in my 50s, I can't pull that off. I'll just totally make a fool of myself. But in the end, I thought, you know what? I'll order it and I'll just get it to play. I'll just get it to play in, you know, the odd family trip out or something. Well, it arrived about 3 weeks ago and I've never had it off my head. I've worn it to work, I've worn it everywhere. I also have this in aubergine mix, and I've had this one, this lovely little lady here, a lot longer. And if you want to see how this one looks on, the beautiful lady that Simply Wigs have put on the website in a very short video, she's wearing the aubergine mix, and that's a great one too. But I'm really loving this, really loving this. It reads as white as it looks in the photo, if that makes sense. It's called Platinum Blonde, but even for a platinum blonde, I would say it's very white. This is a platinum blonde, rooted of course, so that makes them a bit different. This is Point, also by Ellen Wille, and this is from the Perucci collection. And you can see, if I hold it up, that it comes across a little bit different. I'm okay with that. I actually think Ellen Wille have been very clever with this. It's not a harsh white, it's a lovely soft white, and it wouldn't look out of place in the grey selections of colours, which is probably the genius of this, and why I think that whatever age we are, if we want to, we can pull this little wig off. It is amazing value for money. This will make my husband very happy. It's easy to, well, it has been for me to be a little bit of a snob after a while, and like, oh, you know, I want total monofilament top, hand tied, lace front. This hasn't got any of that, but it doesn't need it. The style doesn't need it. It's got a monofilament part. I'll show you on the aubergine. It's got a monofilament part, as you can see, which is all you need on this style. It hasn't got a lace front, but is finished off very, very nicely. So I'm perfectly happy with that. It's stretchy at the back. I've got a very small petite head. One of my measurements is petite and the other one is average. And this fits me like a glove. It sits really nicely against my head, and you know, doesn't stick out at the bottom. Just the right length, so I think I'll get a lot of wear out of it actually before, you know, I get sort of friction issues at the back there, because it doesn't rub on a collar, it just snugly fits in. But if you have a larger head, there is a lot of stretch, as you can see in the back of this wig. Obviously on the Platin Blonde, this is like a creamy, neutral nude colour. It's got a net meshing on the top, which I love. I've got no idea how they do it. It's very clever. And that just gives you the right amount of lift where you actually need it. And I can feel very little permatease in this. Permatease is a bit of a Marmite thing in the wig community, I think. Some of us love it, some of us hate it. I'm not a huge fan, so I really can't feel very much at all. And it's got adjustable tabs at the back, and I reckon you can take it in like 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 an inch even, or release it to make it bigger at the back. And this little neck tab, can't think what, nape area here is so soft and comfortable, as are the little ear tabs here. They feel like puppy's ears, they're great. It's very light, it's very airy, it does not overheat me, which at my age is very important. I've never had to feel I wanted to whip it off in one of my own personal summers, so that's a big win in my book. It's very fine, it's got great movement, as you can see. You can just play about with it. It's a very fine denier, very realistic looking, I think. And whereas with my small features and head, whenever I get a wig, I often feel I've got to have it customised, or I've got to play around with loads of hair product in order for my face not to look overwhelmed and for sort of get that wig alert feeling. I feel that I've had some great comments in this wig, people noticing my hair, but not because it's like separate to my body, if that makes sense. It just enhances who you are and how you want to look that particular day. Now, it does have a big personality. It does. So if you're having a day when you feel a little bit fragile and you just want to get through the day with your head down, really without being noticed, probably not the one for you on that particular day, because it does, as I said, have a big personality, and is a attention seeker, but in a really good way, I think. It's really given me a boost, actually, on days when I do feel a bit rubbish, and I've worn it anyway. And, you know, you just get so much positivity, and I feel great in it. So what else is there to say, really? This is it pretty much out of the box. I just gave it a shake, put it on. I've got no product in it. No product at all. All I have done, which, if you don't know this tip, I found quite helpful, particularly with the blonde ones, is when you decide you want to keep them, just give them a little bit of a spritz with dry shampoo if you think they're a little bit shiny. This one was okay, actually, but it did get a spritz anyway. It doesn't need any other hair product. You can play around with it. I'll give you a little 360 to see how you feel. You can see the movement, hopefully. And that's it, guys. I'm going off now to order another one, I think. What colour do you think I should go for? Answers on a postcard. Probably just get another one of these.